right. So, hello to everybody. I feel very honored and happy to be here in Mumbai and to give this presentation. So, and my topic is speaking about plant remedies treating children in acute diseases. So, over the years, there's a little bit of feedback here. Over the last years, I'm more and more observed that plant remedies, in acute issues, they come up very often. So, but I asked myself, why is that? Why do they come as often? What is the answer for that? So, and after looking to it, I found a nice answer where I want to go with the slide through with you. But I also want to focus my speech here. How can we, with the new approach, which I'm very grateful about the sensation method, and also the systematic understanding of materia medica, how can we transmit it to work in the hospital, in acute issues for midwives? Because in Germany, where I'm from, we have lots of midwives for many, many years coming to courses, coming to trainings, coming to some to supervision, everything, because I mean they are in a special situation that they have only a small insight into their work. Yeah, they can't take a long interview, or so they are asking. They have a need for it to work in acute situations, and the birth process for me is like the peak, the end of pregnancy, and it's also like the peak, like an acute state of finishing 40 weeks pregnancy. So, and the question is, how can we transmit it? How can they understand it? And more I use it. I'm teaching them the sensation method, but also the systematic approach. And what I found out more and more is how much it is matching the systematic understanding what we know from the kingdoms, especially from the plant kingdom, to the children. So, and there's a very strong similarity. That's why I call it highly sensitive. So in the plants we have that, the high sensitivity. So, and let's just go through something first before I will show you a video. So, plant cases in children. Children have a special affinity to remedies from the plant kingdom. But why is the question? Why is it like that? So, as we know from Rajan Sankaran, from the sensation method, we qualify the plant kingdom as things are affecting me. External factors cause inner transformations, physical and emotional. We have issues about adaptation. Can I adapt to the situation or not? Reactivity. I react with my sensitivity. One sensation and its opposite are dominant. So we have a bipolar situation. And imagine the child in a issue about, can I adapt to the situation? I mean, they're totally dependent. This is what a newborn child, and also the first year is one of the striking features. They are totally dependent, and they would die easily if we wouldn't look after them. So the relation between poisonous plants and medicinal plants, what makes the plant poisonous? As we see here, a little photo from, everybody knows it, it's the aconite, acute miasm in the ranuncular family. Very strongly poisonous. So poisonous plants, and we have what makes the plant mostly poisonous are these alkaloids. Typical alkaloids from the plant kingdom are morphine, which we have in the poppy family, strychnine in the Luganaceae family, where we have Gelsemium, Nux vomica, and etc. Solanine, the nightshade family. We have anemonine, which is in the ranuncular family. So where we can already see this alkaloid has aconite, but also pulsatilla, helleborus, and smithfuga, all very important remedies around birth or during birth. Pulsatilla, everybody knows from birth. So they have a pronounced power to heal in acute cases. But why is it like that? What are the factors that cause these plants to accumulate these poisons? And I found a very interesting answer in a Swiss doctor. He's a physicist and also an anthroposoph. And he told something which struck me very much, because it is a bit like reading in a different language the same thing which which we have in the sensation method or in a systematic understanding. So he writes, plants are like live aerials, like an antenna, for cosmic atmospheric influences. That means they're totally dependent on what is the influence. We can see it on a physical level, like we have sunlight, we have rain, we have hail. Imagine a plant who's getting a strong hail. She won't probably not survive the hail, not the blossom. Poison is formed in a plant when it receives too much astral power. So the influence comes from much more than from the earth. Plants are not suitable forms to life to accommodate this. So they can't really cope it. And one way he's telling, his name is Dr. Juergen, he says, the surplus is then excreted in the form of alkaloids, which are poisons. So in a way, there is a natural discharge of the poison, getting rid of it. Yeah, and this is one answer I found. So there's a relation between the sensitivity here and also being dependent, in which we have in the plant kingdom, to lots of influences. So we can say children are like plants. Doesn't mean every child gets a plant now. I have a newborn child, but we have a lot of plant cases or similarity. Children often need plant remedies in acute diseases. Especially the newborn is highly sensitive like plants are. Newborns are totally dependent and exposed to their environment. Besides love, they need light, warmth and air and water. So light, warmth, air and water beside love. Children have highly refined areals and are already in the mother's womb, susceptible for all kind of disturbances. And this is something which is for me best quoted by Ashley Montague. He writes a quote, "Humans are more sensitive to their environment in the gestation phase between conception and birth than at any other time in their life.